Next question up says, the program has been working well for my squat and deadlift. However, my bench isn't progressing. It seems to be getting weaker. Then she goes on to outline some of the lifts that she could do, 50 kilos for 3, and then what she's able to do now, which is like 47 kilos for 3. I've attached a video. It would be great to get your view on anything I can improve. I've not lost a significant amount of weight or changed my technique. Is it normal to go backwards? It's a little demoralizing if nothing else. So, first off, no, it's at this stage of your training, no, it's not normal to go backwards. So I'm glad that you sent this in and let me know. It's not too late to get some momentum going before your competition. So it is normal to go backwards during a restoration block, but those are typically after major competitions when we have a bit more time to work with. You're not doing a restoration block. That's why it's not normal for you in your situation. So I took a look at your video, and in terms of technique, your technique is fine. If you watch that same video, you'll notice that, especially on your first set, the bar path on the second rep is more the bar path that I would prefer you to have. So watch that bar path and take note of that, and that's the bar path that you're going to want to go with. Now, let's see, what else? In terms of how to get your momentum going back on the bench press, it really depends. I took a look at your track report, and there's really not enough data points for me to get a clear indication on how you're feeling. It looks like you're in the red, but it's hard for me to tell because there's just not enough data points. For track to be effective, we want to get as close to everyday inputs as we can. That way, it's getting the recovered perceptions as well as the non-recovered perceptions. And both of them are important, and we need to figure out where you are and how that timeline works. So as close as we can get to an everyday data entry into track, the better. Now, since I don't really know how you're feeling, I'm going to give you two options. If you're generally feeling beat up, more so than you normally are, so you've trained before, you've made progress before, and you know what you felt like. So do you feel better than that, or do you feel worse than that? If you feel worse, so you're feeling more beat up than normal, then there's a lot less that we can do about that. I'll need you to get in touch with me and let me know what seems to have the biggest impact. In the training strategy that you're using, I can't really identify anything and say that should have a big impact on how recovered you're feeling. Some training strategies have kind of a center of gravity like that, and others don't. The training strategy that you're on right now is much more balanced. So if you are feeling beat up, you've got to let me know kind of what do you feel is driving that feeling? What do you feel is causing that fatigue? If you're not feeling beat up, it's much simpler. I think we just need to do more work. I would add an extra 1 to 2 down sets onto every bench pressing movement. That's a short-term solution. That's not something I would want you to do for a long period of time, but it is a solution. You can try that out, hopefully build a little bit of momentum back, go into your next competition, and then we can deal with a more long-term solution after the meet. But for now, I think those are basically your two choices. Let me know if you've got any additional information that I need to have. Let me know if you have any additional questions as well.